Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into a huge privacy scandal involving one of the most popular virtual assistants on the market, Apple's Siri. The tech giant has agreed to pay out $95 million to settle a lawsuit that accuses Siri of secretly recording your conversations without consent. Stick around as we break it all down and discuss what this means for your privacy. So here's the story. In 2018, a lawsuit was filed against Apple accusing the company of eavesdropping on its users. According to the lawsuit, Siri, Apple's voice assistant, was recording users' conversations even when they had not activated Siri with the command, "Hey Siri." These recordings, the plaintiffs claimed, were then shared with advertisers to build more targeted marketing strategies. This lawsuit has been a long-running legal battle, but Apple has now agreed to settle for $95 million, which could be distributed among the affected consumers. But here's the catch. Apple denies any wrongdoing. They maintain that the Siri data was never sold or used for advertising purposes. Now let's talk numbers. If this settlement is approved by the court, a hearing is scheduled for February 2025. Millions of Siri users may be eligible for up to $20 per device. That is, only if you owned an Apple device with Siri between September 2014 and December 2023. But here's the kicker. Only a small percentage of eligible users are expected to file claims. Experts estimate that only 3 to 5% of affected consumers may actually request compensation. Still, the settlement represents a fraction of Apple's massive $705 billion in profits since 2014. The real question here is, how does this affect Apple's carefully crafted image of being a leader in privacy? CEO Tim Cook has long emphasized that privacy is a fundamental human right. But this lawsuit has raised questions and concerns about whether Apple lived up to that promise or not. In a statement, Apple defended its practices, saying that it never sold or used data collected by Siri for advertising. Instead, Siri's data was used solely for improving its functionality. But some users might still feel uneasy about how much data is being collected and who gets access to it. And it's not just Apple facing these privacy challenges. Other tech giants like Google, Amazon, and Microsoft are under fire for similar issues. From recording conversations to using personal data for AI training. This growing concern over AI and voice assistant privacy has sparked widespread debates on the need for better regulations. With all this happening, it's clear that the digital privacy landscape is more complex than ever. These lawsuits have highlighted the need for stronger data protection laws and greater corporate transparency. So what can you do to protect your privacy? First, make sure you're regularly checking and updating your device's privacy settings, limit app permissions, and stay informed about the terms and conditions of the services you use. For organizations, the key is transparency. Companies need to be clear about how they are using your data, implement stronger security measures, and comply with privacy laws. And of course, regulators need to step up with tougher penalties for violations to keep corporations in check. As Apple's $95 million settlement shows, privacy violations are not just about fines, they impact user trust. If companies continue to mishandle personal data, the consequences could go far beyond legal fees. So let's demand more transparency and stronger privacy protections from the tech giants and other corporates.